Not only is profit important, so is cash. FarmMaximizer provides a detailed cash flow for your operation using the sales, crop budgets, and inventory already entered into the program. We start off with a default bank account. We can add inventory into the graph, in addition to cash accounts, current liabilities, and, if you want, just a net cash all on its own and get rid of some of the other accounts. We also have the hybrid of net cash and inventory. The hybrid is meant to show when you're in the actual what your planned cash flow was and what the inventory would be. So we do have a planned versus actual comparison. You can zoom in on the graph where you would like to see a closer look, or reset. You can look at the numbers behind any point on the graph with the numbers in the left-hand margin what the starting and ending numbers would be. It is helpful to look at a 2-year cash flow since often crop grown in year 1 takes until the second year to be sold, and it affects your cash flow going into the following year. The balances table is the data table where the graph is drawn from. Each one of these can be expanded and contracted for more granularity. All of the balances start with the net worth working capital. It is found here under net worth working capital. The starting values match up with the cash flow start. Cash balances in your checking account, prepay fertilizers, accounts payable can all be entered, in addition to old crop or carry-in inventory, as well as when the new crop comes in. Inventory can be shown either in dollar value or in metric tons. Changes can be made right here in the table. If you want to sell some canola, go to February, hit the mouse over, click Sell. A pop-up window that will already have filled in the crop, the full amount of crop that is available for sale. We can make a sale on a basis contract and choosing a future month. And it'll bring in the dollar values that's going to come into cash flow. Adjustments can be made, whether it's dockage or freight. We can also put in GMAs, like calls and puts. We can track the amount of deliveries, when they're made. And of course we can state which bank accounts that we want the money to go into. Or we can wipe them out. Take a quick look at how the inventory and cash flow looks on the graph. After I hit OK, we're going to see a change how the inventory comes down and cash flow or the cash balance has been improved. When we mouse over that sale that we just created, it's going to give us the summary information. Notice how the future is still in red. We made this basis contract with the future still open. Until we close this future and put in a taken value, it's going to remain red. It's easy to do. Now when we click close, it's going to update the numbers, and we're going to have the summary will be in all black to show that this is a sale, not a commitment. The same applies for new crop. Under the balances table, we have the cash activity table. This is where all the inputs get paid, and they can be easily adjusted right here within the page. You can state what month the expense is being incurred and what month that the cash is being paid. Same thing with overhead and loans. Inventory is shown here a second time, but this time it's how it affects cash. On the top it was the balance, here is the actual sale that we made previously. We also have a place for putting in other transactions, such as buying a tractor, sell an asset. You'll have an inflow of cash. All of this creates a net cash in or outflow, minus being an outflow. This in turn adjusts the default bank account and of course net cash. This program makes it easy to do a planned cash flow and actual. All of this is important to know for the grain marketing advisor to help time the sales for when cash is needed. This page makes cash flow easier than ever before.